Welcome back to another episode of Boom or Bust, your home for NFL Draft Talk. I'm your host, Terry, and today doing another 2018 rookie breakdown. And we're doing Darius Leonard from the Indianapolis Colts, All-Pro Darius Leonard. And so Darius Leonard, for me, coming out into the draft, honestly was kind of a middle-tier prospect. I think, and I've said before, linebackers, for me personally, have seen the biggest shift as far as evaluating and scouting, because linebackers, what they typically were asked to do has transformed, and that's thanks to guys like Deion Jones out of LSU that went to the Falcons. And linebackers, there used to be many different types. I talk about receivers all the time. There's many types of receivers, and linebackers used to be the same way, but that's changed. Chase linebacker used to be one type of linebacker, but now that's just kind of what everybody wants those linebackers to be. And so it's not so much about being aggressive, coming downhill, making plays for loss. It's about being able to chase down athletes and tackle in space. And so I would definitely say linebacker is one area where it's been a transition over the last 3 to 4 years. But Darius Leonard in particular, I didn't see him like a Deion Jones or just a speedy chase linebacker. Number one, his movement skills I thought were really good. But I don't know if it was injury or anything. I just felt like he was a little stiff. But then number two, it was the competition he was going against. And when you got small time prospects, it's always kind of a gamble unless you know more and more information, because you don't know how they're going to translate against big competition. And so sometimes that's just a function of being around a good team, because it's not a one-player game. And so even though you probably didn't go against big competition, you get in a real good unit and you're able to just do your job and excel at your job. So it was one of those things where I wouldn't personally have take a big risk on them. And so the Colts ended up taking him in the second round, and I was kind of shocked. I didn't think he was worth that, especially because you can get fast linebackers throughout the draft nowadays. But he did his thing, and I haven't seen too much film on him, but I know he went all pro, and I saw the stats. So I'm excited to look at it and kind of break down what he did. But today is really just kind of looking at the big plays, the turnovers. We can't go through every tackle. So let's go ahead and get this started. So first off, we're going to start with week 17. And so like I said, we're looking at like interceptions and whatnot. So let's go back real quick. The Colts are up big. It's end of the game, towards the end of the game. Darius Leonard, I'm guessing, is the one that intercepted. It's hard to see with the white jerseys. But yeah, he's the one that intercepted that pass. So we'll start over and kind of look at what he does. So he's right here. And again, it's 2-minute warning. They're up big. So playing the underneath hook zone. Again, breaking on the ball quick. And Mariota, with pressure in his face, just kind of dumps it off. And Darius Leonard is able to capitalize. Again, not sitting there covering green grass. Not being complacent. Once he sees the break, he pounces, gets right in front of the receiver, being aggressive. And by this time of the end of the season, he understands how to be aggressive, and he's no longer scared. He's a confident player, not just a rookie. So right here, Darius Leonard on the blitz ends up picking up the sack, and this is the Texans' Deshaun Watson, who's a mobile quarterback. So we'll see from the end zone a little better. And it looked like initially he was stuffed, so the inside stunt, he takes this gap. We got an outside blitz. Leonard takes the bump, stays with the play, and I guess half a sack, but just stays with the play. I wouldn't say he beat anybody or anything on that, just sticking with the play. So now we got the Dolphins. We got a bunch of people on the line. I'm thinking that's Leonard on the edge right here, or that might be him. We'll see. So we get a blitz. Quarterback eventually goes down. So we'll go to the end zone view and see. So Leonard is on the edge. And let's slow-mo. So running back stays in to block. One-on-one with the running back. Leonard gets nice and low and explodes into the running back. And the rest of the D-line causes the pressure to make Tannehill move. But Leonard cleans it up. Continuing with the play. And that's big. I mean, with a lot of these rookies, I'll say that, but I think people might underestimate it. You have to stay with a play. You have to continue to fight towards the quarterback. That's huge. So Leonard's right here. We got 3 down linemen. Looks like some type of blitz is about to happen. Looks like they went 3, and this is a spy. So this is the Tennessee Titans, and Mariota is a mobile quarterback. So it looks like they end up only rushing 3, which is a safe rush. And then so you got Leonard playing the spy, waiting just to make sure Mariota doesn't go anywhere. And when Mariota has nowhere to go, Leonard presses the issue, ends up getting a half a sack with his teammate. Nice play there. Throwing up the hooks for the bros. All right, Titans again, and they're up big. Leonard's right here. Another spy. Wow, nice. So Leonard's sending the spy. I'm absolutely not doing much. Just waiting for Mariota to try and run, and Mariota just throws it directly into his gut. So that's got to be a nice play. Oh, that's not Mariota. Sorry, it's Mettenberg now who's in the game. So Leonard's just sitting here. Mettenberg's looking for the check down. Just does not see Leonard. That was terrible. And so Leonard gets a give me. And it's weird they were doing a spy because Mettenberg is definitely not a mobile threat. So I'm wondering why they did that. But anyway, got the interception. So that's what really matters. So fourth quarter against Oakland. Game is close. Leonard's right here. I formation. Let's see what we end up getting. All right, so Leonard causes a fumble that's recovered by the Colts. And let's go over this because we don't get too many run plays. And I'm excited because it's just fumbles, interception, sacks. So I don't know which play is which. And so I'm excited to always watch these plays. So this one is a fumble. I would say on the strong side, we got Leonard because tight end's over here. We got an edge defender. Not much is really going to happen to this outside with the C gap and the D gap. Leonard probably has this A gap right here. And so this is what he's responsible for. And so when this ball snaps, let's see, his guard steps down to seal off. And so since he's sealing off, Leonard scrapes across the top, ends up finding running and just punches the ball. And it's interesting. I mean, that's totally a player characteristic. That's not something you teach. I as a coach, I'll tell you, if you're chasing somebody, you want to punch it for a fumble or a turnover, something like that. But when you're square up with a running back in the gap, you don't teach a linebacker to punch the ball. And so he must have saw him running loose, or he just has that aggressive personality where he wanted to attack that ball. And so taking the risk because he could have missed and that guy would have been able to run. But he took the risk and ended up winning. So let's see here. I'm just curious personally myself. So if he misses that, yeah, you got a big game. And so Leonard takes a risk there with attacking the ball. But it pays off big as the Colts end up with the turnover. And I'm not sure who got it, but that was a nice play. So second quarter, they're up 6 on the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills are going into the end zone. I believe this is Leonard with the blue socks. Could be wrong. So we got a fumble recovered by Darius Leonard. And we'll get the end zone view of that. So it was a throw catch. Somebody caused a fumble. Leonard recovered. And not sure which quarterback. That's not I'm not sure which quarterback that is. But anyway, catch, fumble. Leonard just being on the spot, fighting for the ball. Again, that tenacity, that ability to just be relentless is what really made Leonard stand out. And so Leonard's here on the weak side. Play action, sack. And we'll see the close-up view. So like I said, the weak side, no tight end there. And we'll see what we get. So it's a play action here. There's a stunt. The line doesn't know who to pick up. And Leonard just really tight hoop towards the quarterback, which was nice. And honestly, you don't get a whole bunch of linebackers that understand that. And so if you look at this play and understand, if you go too wide, you're going to miss the quarterback. And so having that tight loop puts you directly in his path, and he has nowhere to really step up or to go. Or if he does step up, he's in a tight window. And that's just a really tight hoop to the quarterback that you love to see by a linebacker who isn't always taught how to do that. And so fourth quarter, Eagles are down 3, so it's a close game. We got Leonard here again, under center. 2 tight ends set. Leonard blitzes off the edge. And so we get a play action bootleg. And this is really just the defense having the right call at the right time against the offense. So you blitz the edge to the opposite side they're rolling towards. And so your quarterback pretty much gets right into the defender for a sack. But Carson Wentz, I'll give him credit. He was smart enough to try and stop his tracks, understanding that there's feeling pressure, so I need to stop and get rid of it, but there was nowhere to go. And Leonard gets that sack, so just a really good call. A blind, or not a blind side blitz, but a weak side blitz, and they were rolling into it. So against the Redskins, Leonard here blitzes, gets a straight up sack, unblocked. Let's see here. So motions, fullback, we got an I formation. And so really, I mean, you got your fullback slash tight end, H-back, whatever you want to call it. He has no interest in blocking Leonard. He wants to go to a route. And so with that blitz, the quarterback is left exposed. You got a 5-man pressure. You got a double team here. Nobody's there to block Leonard. And Leonard has explosion. I don't know what his long speed is to this day, but I know what his closing speed is and what his ability to explode in a short area. And so that's something that people got to be ready for. So Leonard's here against the Redskins again. Got obvious passing down. And I'm not sure what just happened there, so we'll have to see. Leonard was in coverage. It looks like a fumble. So Leonard's in a hook coverage. Lets that tight end pass him. They pick up the cross well. Now, he didn't cover Reed as much, but he breaks down. Works towards the, and I'm guessing he caused the fumble as Reed was going to the ground, which again is just an aggressive nature by Leonard, who went for the ball. Now, in that case, yes, if you can't make a tackle, just attack the ball as he's going down. So I absolutely agree with that. So if he was the one that caused the fumble, that's a nice play. Be around the ball. As I always say, be around the ball and good things will happen. And not just something I say, but coaches say all the time. Be around the ball. So really, this was a play way away from Leonard. He could have loafed. He could have jogged and walked and would never been in position for that play. But he sees the ball. He gets towards it. And he's there to make that recovery. So continuing to always work is a big key thing with Leonard. And that's it for Darius Leonard and his big plays. So overall, I mean, again, I would like to go to the run plays. It's hard for me to filter those out, so I would have to pick one particular game. But overall, I think Leonard just displayed a level of tenacity that I wasn't expecting him to transfer to the NFL. I think against lower competition, it was easy to see he was a man amongst boys. And so it's easy when guys are confident to go crazy and go hard. And then they get to the NFL where they're the little fish in a big pond, and now they don't know how to go hard. And so it's kind of a toss-up with small school guys. But that's when your homework matters. That's when talking to the coaches, talking to the player matters. And the Colts felt strongly enough about him that they knew he loved the game, that he was going to go hard no matter where he was or who he was going against. And so props to the Colts for taking the chance on him. And really his aggressive nature and his motor is what got him those plays. As you saw, he didn't really beat anybody off pure skill. It was just doing his job and doing 110%. So it'll be interesting to see him going forward. So anyway, go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Darius Leonard. Share it around, get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you for listening.